up, guys? It's your girl Ashray, and I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not new to my channel, thank you for coming again. As you can see, I am not in my normal setup. That is because I am at my graduation and I'm in a hotel, but I still gotta put that content out for you guys, so that is why I'm still gonna roll it out. Anyways, this is Marriage Bootcamp, episode 5, Amazed and Confused. This episode starts out with Nia and Soulja Boy talking, and he's asking her where are they, and he wants a title, and she doesn't really want a title, and she's basically over it at this point, and she's telling him to give her time, and she was like he wants everything on his terms and not on her terms. So then they were talking about, the producers, they cut to Tiffany and Drew, and basically they're talking about the whole Nia situation. I'm guessing from last episode she didn't know that Nia and Drew used to have a thing or whatever, but they say they're just friends. But she has this whole jealousy issue, that she's jealous of whatever Nia and Drew had going on. Then Tammy and Walker are arguing, and they're arguing about, at first it started out about breakfast and the grits, and she was saying that she wasn't going to cook the grits because they didn't have like the right ingredients to cook the grits. I think she said butter. And so they started arguing, and like Tammy is like really aggressive with her language, like the way she speaks. She has like a foul mouth, and sometimes I can have a foul mouth, but I think she's like way more aggressive than I am. And so they were just arguing, and he was telling her like she didn't have to be so aggressive about it or whatever, but she was like almost like a dude, like how she was talking. So but then he was doing the same thing again, like he was upset at her and then trying to be lovey-dovey and make it better after you done made her mad. And she's like, no, I don't want to no, don't touch me, I don't want to talk to you. And I was like, he's annoying, because that would annoy me, and I would be like, dude, like, get away from me. So then the Mo was talking about how she feels abandoned by Karl, and how he's always on his phone. And we're going to get to Karl a little bit later, because he's trifling, very trifling. And, okay, so after the argument that after the argument that Walker and Tammy had, the doctors were like, they had to talk to them and see what was going on. So Dr. Ish pulled Tammy to the side, Dr. Venus pulled Walker to the side, and they were trying to, get to the bottom of the situation. And Dr. Ish was basically saying that Dr. Ish was basically saying that argument was not about grits. It was about something else. It was about the pain that Tammy was going through, and why she's so defensive. And she let it out that she was actually married before. I didn't know she was married before. She was married before for 10 years. Her husband used to abuse her physically and verbally. So that, and like, she's still holding on to that hurt, and she's still dealing with that, and she brought that into her new marriage. And the way the doctor was explaining how they do things, like they'll fix a little bit of their problems, but then they don't fix it 100%. They fix it like 70%, and then stack another problem on top of it, and just like stacking problems, and that can really like bear down on you. So I kind of felt kind of bad for her, and the doctor was like, you gotta let go of some of that, and you gotta let Walker carry some of the load. You can't be strong like all the time, and you can't try to hold on to everything and do everything by yourself. And then Dr. Venus was trying to talk to Walker. He just was like, he had this nonchalant attitude. He was like, he don't believe in time, and he don't have no expectations. And she was like, you should have expectations, because you should have you should have expectations, because expectations means that you're expecting something for the future. I think I'm saying that right. All right. So they cut back to Soulja and Nia. They're still talking about their relationship or whatever, and he's saying that she's wishy-washy. One minute she wants to be with him, the next minute she doesn't want to be with him, and he got mad because she was like, okay, I'm single now. Or you're single. We're single. Because he kept asking her, and she got annoyed. And she was like, yeah, you're single. Leave me alone. And then the producers, I just thought the producers, like, they was being so messy. Because they kept cutting back and forth between Nia and Soulja and Drew and Tiffany. And they were Drew and Tiffany were arguing about Nia and like I said, her insecurities about Drew and Nia. And then so afterwards she was asking him, Tiff was asking Drew about for the truth. And he was like, we hung out, we usually just end up running into each other. And she was like, okay, you don't want to tell me the truth, so I'm gonna ask Nia. And she did. And Nia was like, no, we said we were gonna hang out, we didn't just meet and run into each other. We actually planned to meet. And so she was mad about that. She did not like that. Tiffany, she did not like that at all. So Lil Mo kept saying, like, she started to pay attention to the judge's adjectives and everything. And she was like, she knew they was going to do something with water. And she was exactly right. They had a tug of war over water. And then she was also talking about her highs and lows and her and Karl's relationship. And she was saying, like, how when the relationship is high, it's really good, but when it's low, it's really low and it's bad. And I just feel like I was in that type of relationship, like when the high is so good, but when it's bad, it's bad. Like, it's not healthy. Like, at some point you just gotta let it go and move on, even though that's her husband. And she said she don't want to get married again. She wanted this to be her last marriage. But sometimes things don't work out that way. Sorry. I think I would have been left him. So in the tug of war, Nia pulled Soulja's little skinny butt down in the water. He went first. Then Tammy, but of course Walker jumped in. He was like, I'm gonna save you, and he jumped out and saved her. And she was like, you didn't save me, I know how to swim. Nia helped Lil Mo pull Karl in the water, and then Sean tricked Dime and told her to wrap the cord around her, and then when she told him that, he pulled her in. So the doctors were like, what if I told you didn't have to get wet at all, Dr. Ish? And they was like, the purpose of the drill was for them to come to a compromise, not to be at war with each other. And that's like kind of like how their relationships are. They're at war with each other. And they didn't really want them to be at war with each other. They wanted them to come to a compromise and talk things out. The purpose was to find a balance and stay dry and not get wet, not get each other wet. Yeah, and then the doctors were talking about, the doctors was making an observation about how much weed they smoke, right? I cannot believe that these people, the doctors were like, y'all need to ease up on the weed. I don't know. I know that weed is addictive. It can be addictive. Like they say that weed is the gateway drug. But these people almost flipped out when them doctors told them, no, y'all need to stop smoking the weed because it's becoming a little bit too much. Like, they almost attacked the doctors. I was like, oh. They was like, oh, yeah, Walker, I'm a grown man. You can't tell me not to smoke. And they were like, listen, if you're high all the time, you're not participating in the drills. You're not getting everything you can get from being here. So can y'all ease up on the weed. Like, she didn't even say stop smoking. She just was like, just ease up on it. And then in the end, it was like, okay, we see what you're saying. Okay, we'll try not to smoke for a day. I just thought that was crazy. I mean, I know hip hop culture or whatever. I never smoked it, so I don't know. But almost everybody in the house smoked. And she was like, y'all always high. So they said they'll try. All right, then the judge comes in, and she was saying that Walker needs to listen to Tammy and let her unload on him because she's going through a lot, and she really needs him. And then for the jury of the peers, the judge asked Dime what she thought about Nia and Soulja, and she was like, she thought they were getting along better in the last day, but she could tell that something was going on with them because Soulja Boy was like usually be his normal bubbly self, but he wasn't. He was down and he just seemed vulnerable. And so the judge actually went, like, kind of said to Nia, this man came to you, which he did, came to you with his heart on his sleeve, telling you how he felt, telling you that he was ready to be with you. He wants to marry you. And you just was like, you disregarded his feelings, which she did. But at the same time, I can see how she feels, because if you've been with somebody for so long and they just play games with your heart, eventually you get tired. And when they decide to become serious on their terms, it's too late. So I know how she feels. So that's his fault. He'll be all right. I mean, I'm starting to like him, but at the end of the day, you made your bed, so you gotta lie in it. So it's always the same. People don't realize a good thing until it's gone. And then Soulja did say, he was talking to Lil Mo, and he did say that he messed up, and maybe it's just too late. Maybe he should have took her seriously a long time ago. Maybe he hurt her too much, and you know, that was the final straw. And y'all, okay, so basically this episode, not much really happened. It wasn't that entertaining, really, honestly. But let me talk to y'all about Karl. Okay? I told y'all I was gonna come back to this. At the end of the episode, he's like sneaking around, he's like watching his back. I'm like, what this fool doing? Like, he kept looking around. Bro, he FaceTiming somebody, right? He get on the line and he FaceTiming another woman in the house with 50 million cameras all around the house, and he FaceTiming another woman. And she talking about, oh, can you talk? Are you alone? And whatever that conversation was, because I'm pretty sure that they edited some of it out. And then at the end, she was like, oh, I love you. I said, what? First of all, you at Marriage Bootcamp, so obviously you trying to fix something with your wife. Hopefully you trying to fix something with your wife. And then you have the audacity to the balls, the gonads, the kahunas, to FaceTime another woman in the house full of cameras where you claim to be trying to fix your marriage, and this woman telling you you love her. How dare you? Like, that's so jacked up. If I was Lil Mo, I would cut him off, like, just be done with him. And she's gonna find out next episode. So I know next episode finna be lit. But I'm about to get off because I gotta decorate my couch, and I gotta get up early in the morning. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already done so. Make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Bye.